So this is amazing. And I'm not talking about Sony Fx3 because we all know that it's amazing, but SmallRig has made some improvements on their cage system that make this camera even more amazing than it already is. The Sony Fx3 just works up to this date amazingly, and the more I shoot with it, the more I like it. But I have gone through a lot of rigging options with my Sony Fx3. This one is from Tilta, and I thought I had the perfect rig and thought I will never change it. But then SmallRig just sent me a package, and in there was their new Hawk-Lock quick release cage for the Sony Fx3. And the most important thing for me is that I have never been able to use the XLR handle in my configuration because it was just not sturdy enough. And with the new cage system they sent me, they just solved that problem, and now I really think I have the final Sony Fx3 cage on here. The problem that professionals find with small cameras, as amazing as they are, is that we need to use so many different things on our cameras, like timecode, like audio, like a monitor, because you can't see anything on this little flimsy screen, then a battery to power all that, and all of that just adds up, and the camera gets bigger. And with the camera getting bigger, I need something to just put all of that onto the camera. There have been many solutions, and I've been using the Tilta one, and the Tilta one just served me pretty good. But my problem was I was using the hand grip from Tilta, and as amazing as this is and as comfy as it is to hold, I was just always losing out on this amazing XLR handle right here. The problem with the audio handle, if you use it like Sony intended, it's just very flimsy. And with all of this weight on there, I never trusted this handle to just not rip off. SmallRig finally brought a solution to the market that lets us use this handle without being flimsy anymore. They just gave us this little bracket here, and with this bracket the handle just becomes very sturdy. There's no wiggle room at all. Now we have this amazing hand grip with our audio capabilities, but sturdy. And not only that, they also incorporated the Hawk-Lock, and that's quite cool if you want to mount your monitor on here. I just have the old one because I didn't bother spending any more money, and the old monitor arms just work fine. With something like the Cineback being on the market, I think it's an amazing product and I would love to check it out, but as far as I can tell, it's just very complicated to get your camera out of the Cineback. And with this rig, it's complicated still, but not that much. I just need to unplug my power cable, and then I can just rip out the camera, loosen 2 screws, rip off the handle, and I've still got my timecode on here and can use this camera as intended in a small form and put it on a gimbal or wherever I want to. And this is the cool thing about this. It's just so versatile. And the biggest compromise with the Tilta rig always was this little tentacle cable, because the Fx3 is able to get real timecode in there from a timecode device. And Tentacle made this cable, and now we were able to actually really use this on a professional level. But the problem with that is this little Sony multiport cable here was just sticking out. And like you can see on my cable, it gets a lot of abuse. And I was always afraid to break my port from the Fx3 because this would just ruin my camera. And now we finally got a bracket where you can just clamp down your multi-port Sony cable into the camera and don't need to worry about breaking your camera port. And then we have this amazing flippy Vmount bracket from SmallRig. And with that I can just mount all my D-tap cables on the back here and still access all of my camera functions when it's closed. But if I open it, it's so much easier to get the camera in and out of your whole cage system. The cage in itself didn't really change that much, but it gave us the support of this bracket here, and that's reason enough for me to upgrade to this cage. But if you got an old SmallRig cage, you can only buy this top part here. And with the top bracket, you will make your camera so much better. So thank you SmallRig a lot for just ending all of the rigging game with this amazing setup. With that said, have a nice day, keep on shooting, and if you need more information on here, just write it down in the comments, leave me a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.